special edition of United in Mission, One Heart in Mind. I'm John Gonzalez, the Communications Director at the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw. I'm just so excited because we're going to our Rome correspondent for the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw. We're heading out to Rome to talk to seminarian Charles Warner. Charles, how you doing?
I'm doing good, John. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, good to see you again. I know we talked back there at the North American College where you're studying back in February, and a lot of people saw the video, and a lot of people came up to me saying, oh my gosh, thank you for doing that interview. It was good to hear from Charles, see his face, and see how he's doing there in Rome. And you seem to be doing really well over there, adjusting well to life in Rome.
Yeah, I can't believe you were just here about 6 to 8 weeks ago, not too long ago. And yeah, no, a lot has changed since you have left, as the whole world has known. And yeah, this is definitely a unique opportunity to be in Rome, privilege. But there's just so much prayer going on that's happening right now, and I'm a part of it here in Rome, but also you're a part of it back in the diocese as well.
Yeah, we're a lot to talk about in today's podcast, but we want to respect your time too. We know that you are heading down to St. Peter's Square here in a few minutes to see if there might be some smoke today on the first day of the conclave. But before we do that, just give people a really quick a wrap up of who you are and what you're doing and when you're going to become a priest, hopefully, if things work out.
Sure, yeah. So my name is Charles Warner, seminarian for the Diocese of Saginaw, studying theology here at the Pontifical North American College in Rome. I have been here now, this is my third year, almost completing my third year, which means that I will be ordained to the transitional diaconate in October 2nd, right here in Rome in St. Peter's Basilica, actually. And then my priestly ordination is the anticipation of summer 2026. So almost there. That's coming up in about a year.
And you'll be back here in Saginaw this summer at some point, do you think?
I will. I got my flights all booked, so I'll be back at a parish assignment somewhere in the diocese.
So we're going to see a lot of Charles Warner this summer and be able to talk to him about what was it like in Rome, not only just to study, but during this monumental historical time in the Catholic Church. I guess let's go right to it. What is the mood in Rome right now? Because we're seeing all the national reports, all the national media, international media there from all over the world. You were able to distribute communion at Pope Francis's funeral. What's the mood there like right now?
Yeah, so with the passing of Pope Francis, that was really just a time of mourning. You really just saw the church here in Rome kind of console his death. Even much of the local Roman citizens, even though if they were Catholic or non-Catholic, they still wanted to pay their respects to Pope Francis. And they're still actually, so he's buried, his tomb, his body's in the Basilica of St. Mary Major. And I tried to go in there the other day, and usually I can get into the Basilica in about 2 minutes, but the line was down a block away, so I was just like, I couldn't fit in my schedule. And so like I haven't actually been to where he's buried in the basilica yet, so I hope to in the near future. Yeah, and so like you kind of see like how it went from mourning Pope Francis, and we still are in many ways. You had the 9 days of masses in the Basilica of St. Peter's for the repose of his soul, which is pretty special. But now it's like that ended on Sunday, this past Sunday. And now it's like the excitement of, okay, who's gonna take over? Who's gonna take the seat of the empty seat of St. Peter? So there's this kind of excitement. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of discussions being held in Rome about that process, about the cardinals, about the prospects, and just really about prayer, about the Holy Spirit and the guidance in the church. So I think it's a wonderful time to be in Rome, especially in like this day and age with the progress of technology. Anywhere around the world is able to kind of get up-to-date information, really just kind of be clued into what's going on as well.
You almost feel like at this time of what's happening in the world 2025, I feel more clued in about what's happening, right? I feel like I'm there only because I was just there a few weeks ago, like you said. I feel like since I know what it looks like and what it feels like, and then to see the reports, even seeing you there at the North American College, you feel like you get a front row seat of what's happening. I'm curious on your end, because we have on our website right now, saginaw.org, we have a step-by-step process of the conclave. Father Alberto put it together for us as a PDF. And if you go to our website right now, you'll find it there. And I think we're all more informed of what's the whole process of the conclave. I'm curious, for you as a seminarian, have you learned anything new? Because every day there's more detail, right?
A little bit, yeah. So actually, so the conclave officially starts today. Today's Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. And so what happened this morning, which I was at as well. This morning they had what officially it's called the Mass of Pro Eligendo Romano Pontifice, and this is like the Mass for the election of the Roman Pontiff. And so this is the Mass where all the cardinals are present, and it's really just really asking for the prayers of the church, putting it on the sacrifice of the altar, and with the intention of being guided by the Holy Spirit to elect the new pope. And so that was this morning. But before then, yesterday, so all the American cardinals have been staying here at the Pontifical North American College.
I saw that. I was going to ask you. I was
Yeah.
going to ask you. You've been hanging out with them, playing cards, or
No, we hardly see them. They're out. But what they did, they organized. They had to move into the Vatican, Casa Santa Marta, yesterday, and so we kind of bid them farewell. So we kind of waved them off and clapped them out as they left here the seminary here to make their way to the Vatican.
I haven't seen.
So that was
I have not seen video of that, but it reminded me of like high schools that give send-offs to their sports teams going to like the
Yep.
finals of the football over at Ford Field or something.
That was exactly it. That was exactly it. It was yeah, and there you got to see their faces, and really it is a lot of responsibility just in terms of their duty, in terms of their office as a cardinal, as a lector cardinal that they have, and so they deserve our prayers as well. And it kind of so like one thing, it's like we can't allow like to be caught up in just all the drama in terms of all the news, all the talk, but we have to just remember that this election, this process, prayer is at the heart of it. It's the Holy Spirit. It's really just letting go of our personal intentions and just really kind of discerning who has God chosen, because God has already chosen who the next pope is, and it's up to those cardinal electors to discern that person. And so it's we as a church, as a larger church, worldwide church, we participate in that prayer.
Well, Charles, this is why you're a seminarian, and I never made it to first base, because I would have been high-fiving those guys, like, hey, all right, you made it. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, we still said that. We
Okay.
still did that. Yeah.
You still high-fived him. I like that. You and Cardinal Dolan were high-fiving.
Yeah.
I'll spread that rumor. No, we're happy for you for getting that front row seat of what's happening here.
Yeah, so and just a little bit more process. So now all the cardinals, they're going to make their way into the Sistine Chapel. I think they're probably there right about now. It opened up with a prayer, and then the voting starts. So there will be a first round of voting this afternoon, and then depending on the results, there will either be black smoke or white smoke. In terms of black smoke, there was no majority numbers, no 2/3 vote. White smoke, it means they do, and we have and then we have a Habemus Pape. We have a new pope, and so that's what I'm gonna go to in a little bit. Supposedly, they'll show the smoke after those. There's rounds of voting in the morning, and then there's rounds of voting in the afternoon. So we've been told like expect smoke to be shown maybe around 12:15 Rome time or 6:15 Rome time, unless it's earlier or not. Depends.
So 6:15, or sorry, 12:15 Rome time, which would be 6:15 our time, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Wait,
Eastern
is
time,
that
yeah.
right? Wait, 12:15? Yeah. 6:15. So around 6:15 we should be watching the news for sure.
Yeah. 6:15, that would be morning, and then also 12:15 afternoon Eastern time as well. There's two.
Two votes today?
Oh no, well, one vote today.
One vote today.
Or yeah, one vote today, which is 6:15 Rome time, so 12:15 Eastern time.
Gotcha.
And then tomorrow, it depends. Well, if they need more votes tomorrow, then it'll be 6:15 Eastern time and then 12:15 Eastern.
I've been watching all the national news, Charles, and I hear one extreme to the other. It'll go quick, it's going to take long.
Yeah. So I think so for Pope Francis, Pope Benedict XVI, Pope St. John Paul II, all of their votes were within three days. So all the recent popes, and then I think the last time the conclave lasted more than 5 days was in the 1800s, I think. So yeah, recent history suggests it'll be within a week,
Yeah.
within 3 days.
So
Never know
overall,
though.
what's that?
We never know. We'll pray. We'll pray as long as we need to.
Yeah, yeah. So overall, what's this? How do you put it into words? What this experience has been like for you? I mean, number one, just studying in Rome, right? And now you have all this going on. What's it like for you?
I think it's just kind of like that more like personal participation and just like in prayer, but also like the events, the masses, the Roman just life, the people that have come to Rome just for this, the pilgrims that already had pilgrim events scheduled, and now it's like, well, we came here just to see Rome, and now we're part of the conclave, and now we're part of the election of the Pope. And so like I've heard some people there are continuing to extend their stay, until hopefully a new Pope is elected and they can be a part of that. So that's been kind of amazing to participate, wonderful. And then like even for so I still have classes for my university, but the university said like if white smoke appears earlier than anticipated, classes end immediately.
Classes are canceled. It's like a snow day.
Yeah, classes end immediately and for the rest of the day. So it's just like, okay. And then it's just like everyone books out of there and heads to St. Peter's Square to hopefully see the new Pope make his way onto the balcony.
Charles Warner, he is a seminarian from the Catholic Diocese of Saginaw, Michigan, studying at the Pontifical North American College. He's reporting from Rome live right now, and he'll be there for a few more weeks or however long it takes to get it done. And then obviously heading back to Saginaw this summer to wherever he will be to serve Bishop Gruss. Any last thing you want to say to wrap things up here for us, Charles?
I think it's just really just the emphasis on prayer. Even if you're not in Rome, you're still a part of the church. And yeah, the new Pope is not just for the church in Rome, but for the church worldwide. It's for the church in Saginaw. It's for all the churches across the world. And so yeah, it's just really just praying that the new Pope will be a good and holy pastor for the church, and that he will be pleasing to God, that he will do God's will and everything.
All right. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Sean.
All right. Take care.